Thunderbolts. I just got done watching it, and honestly, I'm super happy. Like, it, this movie was, I don't even know how to put into words. It was a return to form. It's a very big step in the right direction. But bro, if anyone's saying this is like Marvel's back, like it's like they're back from bro now, bro. Just having a few good movies, bro, that's not gonna do it. They have to be consistent again, consecutive movies in a row, stuff like that. So they're starting to they're on a, let me think about this. I was about to say they're on a good streak, but I remembered about Brave New World. Yeah, that was not that good, to say the least. Yeah, besides the point, this movie was phenomenal, honestly. This is like a 9 out of 10 movie. Okay, I'm saying it right in the beginning right now. This is a 9 out of 10 movie, so let's get right into this. And also, spoilers ahead. So if you're, we're talking about the post-credit scene, which is huge. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, let's get out of here, okay? We're gonna be talking about that, which are huge spoilers. But yeah, so this movie is centered around, obviously, Thunderbolts. And I just want to get this right out of the way, okay? We find out about what the asterisk means. And if you have kept up with the leaks, if you're into that, like how I am, you know a lot of the stuff about this movie already, especially the whole Thunderbolts asterisk type thing. Because originally it didn't have the asterisks. I remember Thunderbolts didn't have I'm pretty sure Sentry in it at one point, but yeah, that's besides the point. Yeah, you said, bro, there's a whole bunch of different iterations of this movie. Which is why going into it, I was kind of skeptical. But then as they're releasing the trailers for it, I saw the vision, the new vision at least, because they had like the beef team come in, and they took it over. And bro, I just love this movie. Like, bro, because a lot of stuff they did was practical, right? That's one of the main selling points. Look, Marvel, this is a different time Marvel movie. A lot of it's practical. And just like, another thing is that this movie's actually polished, okay? You can tell this movie's very polished, which we can't say about many Marvel movies nowadays, okay? Many of them are just not polished. Just mass reshoots, and you can just tell, like, but this movie, no. This movie, you can tell there was a vision, and yeah, it got completed, okay? It wasn't mangled with, I don't even know, just brought that word, I wasn't even, yeah. The vision was executed, that's all I'm gonna say, how it was supposed to be. With this new team that they had. And yeah, let's talk about the asterisk, because that was a big thing when they added it. We're like, what is going on? What does this mean? And yeah, like I said, we killed the leaks and rumors. You know what it meant. But then we watched the movie, and the way they did it was great. So the first aspect of it, or the first part of it, was how her soccer team that she played for, back when she was growing up in Russia, of course, it was like, pretty much, yeah, it was called Thunderbolts. And then they also told the story about the kid that, let's say that the kid that went crazy as well in that team, and how our team was just absolute dirt. But yeah, that was the first aspect of it. And the second aspect of it is that there's an asterisk for it, because they're like they're the new Avengers now. But then we all see in the post-credit scene that they are the new Avengers, but Captain America, Sam Wilson, right? The new Captain America, Sam Wilson. He's also having his own Avengers team forming. And we saw that at the end of Brave New World, if I recall correctly. Bro, I already forgot about that movie. But yeah, and then we also see in the end post-credit scene here that Sam's still forming his own. He's not like merging his... Sam Wilson, bro, sorry. I think I said Wilson Sam before, bro. What am I saying, bro? But yeah, Captain America, he's not merging his team. You might have expected him to merge it, because these Thunderbolts were acting as the new Avengers, and you're like, okay, if they're the new Avengers, then obviously Captain America would be on their team, right? No, it's two different factions, two different Avengers teams. So a lot, I guess in a way, not even a way, bro. That post-credit scene, in a very big way, did set up Doomsday, and then also with that comes Secret Wars. And yeah, I don't know, I thought the post-credit scene was very well done, just based off that. I found that very interesting, that factor. And then also, the other factor of it was another thing. If you kept the leaks as well, you know that the post-credit scene, obviously when the premiere came out, like a week and a half ago, whatever it was, obviously got leaked as soon as it happened. It was kind of surprising they kept it in there for everyone to see it back then. I thought they would have done something where they put in like a fake one or just didn't have anything. But no, they did literally just put it out there in the actual premiere screening, whatever it was. And it was the introduction, or pretty much showing the introduction of the Fantastic Four in the 616 universe. which is the main like Marvel universe, which is like what we're seeing right now. Another thing is like some of the Marvel was lacking. I mean, they still are lacking. Like, for example, like there's no connectivity. This movie though was the most connectivity I've seen in a while, to be honest. Like, I know some people were saying this is like a standalone movie, but bro, I just love the way how they connected a whole bunch of loose ends with these characters. Like, they found a way to connect Black Widow, obviously. The Captain America, what's it called? Captain America and the Winter Soldier, what was it called? The series that came out in 2020. We saw John Walker, obviously, Bucky, and then we also saw Captain America. And the way they ended, bro, it was just like, we didn't see anything for like 4 years, bro. Like what was going on? It was crazy. And then also we see Brave New World getting tossed into this reference. And yeah, there's more stuff too. I'm probably forgetting stuff, but there's a lot of stuff from past projects that were mentioned, and then just tie them into the Thunderbolts movie because a lot of these characters were in those projects as well. So just, I don't know, I just love the way they tied it up. It was absolutely great. I thought it was very well done. We haven't seen that in Marvel in I don't know how long. But this movie actually felt like, I don't know, it felt like there was actually a meaning to it, that it was, I don't know, it just felt like that, I don't know, it made the past projects more meaningful. And you don't even need to watch them, okay? You don't even need to watch them, what's going on. They're very, like, they're very subtle references to those past projects, but it's just nice, like, if you have watched projects, finally getting, I guess, some type of closure, or even, like, acknowledgement about those, okay? Because before it's just like, bro, they happened, and that's it. It's like, oh, wow. Because some of them had, like, some, I guess, significant talking points type of things happening in them, and then, bro, we just never heard about them again. But in here, at least they're acknowledging some of them, and then also some of them got further expanded on, even, closed in some regards. But what I will say is, I don't know, man. Like I said, the VFX are usually just absolute, like, lately in Marvel movies is absolute dirt, okay? Like, in a majority of them. But, bro, just having the practical effects just made it so much better. Like, I could not name you one time where the movie just looked like there was not even a frame where it looked bad. Like, there were some frames where I'm like, you know what? Like, you can tell it's a green screen. But it wasn't even like it was bad. It wasn't even like it was bad green screen, bro. It was still, like, pretty good green screen. It's just like, I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I kind of just pick up on that. I don't know what to say about it. But it wasn't even bad, bro, okay? Like, there's not, I can't even say anything bad about this movie. Like, I just loved it. But talking about the actual, I guess, Thunderbolts themselves. Oh, sorry, the Fantastic Four. Bro, I'm jumping all over the place, man. My bad. Yeah, we see the introduction of the Fantastic Four to the 616 universe. And it pretty much just confirms it if you didn't know already. Okay, I'm going spoilers here, bro. Fantastic Four, so watch out. But pretty much, like, adds to the theory that the Fantastic Four movie is going to end with their universe. Because they're in a different universe, the Fantastic Four, as of right now. Well, in the Fantastic Four movie, they're in a different universe than ours, if it wasn't obvious already, because it's like 60s theme or whatever. But yeah. So it's supposed to end with them, like, their universe getting freaking, like, you know, just obsolete, okay? Just being gone, okay? Long story short. I'm pretty sure there's one version where it was like Galactus just eats it. So it kind of has like a good guys lose ending, which, you know, a lot of, I don't know, man. Let's say a lot of people, like, bro, I don't know. They apparently changed it. But the way they showed this, I'm assuming that still happened. Or one way or another, even if it's not that, one way or another, something happens at the end of the movie that causes them to come to the 616 universe, okay? That's the best way of putting it. So that's what we know now. Like, 100% confirmed. What it is, it's still up in the air, okay? And we already knew because of the casting announcements as well, the Thunderbolts, they're going to play a huge part. And the Fantastic Four, they're both going to play huge parts in the Avengers movies, but especially Doomsday. They're huge players in this, okay? Very significant players. But let's get into the actual cast. Let's start with, you know what? I'm going to start with Bob, okay? We're going to start with Louis Pullman as Robert Bob Reynolds / Sentry / Void, okay? But bro has like 4 different names, okay? Just used throughout the movie. 4 different names because he has a whole bunch of like, pretty much like personalities if you think about it that way, okay? There's like 2 main ones. And I don't know, maybe people consider there's more or just 2, I don't know. Okay, it could be, it's up to interpretation, kind of. But he kind of was the center of the movie, almost. If not, like, I still consider Yelena as the main character of this movie. But you could consider Sentry as the main character as well, to be honest. You can't really go wrong. Like, Florence Pugh, she just absolutely killed it, okay? This is movie, literally just captures mental health very well, and isn't doing like some cheesy way. Okay, you might be expecting, oh man, mental son, like another thing about mental health. Like I know some people are probably thinking that, bro. No, this is actually done well. Okay, it fits into it. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. How they had initial vision, they knew what the script, what they're doing, and everything. Okay, they didn't just add in stuff as they were making the movie. Okay, they actually had initial vision. So this all stuff was actually integrated properly. Okay, it wasn't just like added on, just like put in weird places, just like unfittingly. This was actually done properly, so it comes off as just like that. It comes off actually great, like naturally, not forced at all. So because the center, like the theme of the movie was pretty much just like self-worth, because the whole point of Thunderbolts is that they're a whole bunch of rejects. We saw in the beginning of the movie how they actually formed. Okay, they weren't even supposed to be a team. Okay, Thunderbolts aren't even supposed to be a thing, but because they all got forced in this situation, by, oh my god, bro, why am I forgetting her name? Bro? Oh my god, what's her name? What is her name, bro? Oh my god, by Valentina, yeah, because they all got forced. Pretty much just played by Valentina to just kill each other so that she can just get rid of them because they're part of the evidence that could like just get her what was it called, impeached. They all pretty much got forced in the same spot because of that, and it turned wrong for Val when she thought they were all gonna kill each other, and boom, her job's done. Okay, just like that. But no, they actually teamed up and got out together that way. And that was the beginning of it. That's where we obviously see the Sentry introduced as well. And like I said, bro, Louis Pullman, I hope I'm saying his last name right. He just absolutely killed it as well. There's so many times where, like, this movie has a lot of jokes. The most jokes I laughed at were from him and probably like the Red Guardian. Okay, David Harbour as well did a great job. But yeah, this movie has like good humor as well. It's not cheesy humor. It's like, I think the humor in this movie is very well. And bro, when I saw Sentry just, the Void. Okay, we'll use the Void in this context because of what happened. But when we see him, let's say taking over New York City, just making it all like an abyss, and then we see the kid. I'm like, oh, okay, the Red Guardian, he saved the kid, nice. The Void just comes in and it's like, psych. He's like, nope, you thought. And then at first it was like, I was like shocked. I'm like, god damn. I remembered. I'm like, wait. I'm like, obviously she's not dead. Okay, if she genuinely died like that, bro, I'm like, this movie would not be the rating it's at. Okay, well, obviously we saw later on, a bit after that when you get stuck in the void, you don't actually die. Okay, you don't actually die. Okay, you just get like pretty much your worst memories, okay, from your life. Just get you have to just face your worst memories, okay, from your life. Pretty much, that's what happens with his powers. And I don't know, just the way they use Sentry to display mental health, I just thought was great because it just, like I said, just came so naturally. And like one moment that really got me was when we saw obviously Bob and Yelena when she goes into the void, let's say, and when she goes there to try to save Bob because of what Val, how Val was actually manipulating her. And that's another thing. When people are at their lowest, a lot of people try to manipulate you. Okay, a lot of people do. And when you're at your lowest, you can't really tell. You can't really tell who's real, who's fake. And you get easily manipulated, exploited, whatever you want to call it. So that's another thing I really liked. It showed that aspect of it very well. But also another message, like there's so many lessons from this movie. Honestly, so many. Like another one, just like, you're not alone in this. Like there's people, there's help out there. Okay, you're not alone. People are also going through similar challenges, if not the same, to be honest, especially with mental health. And just like, yeah, a lot of people's upbringings as well. A lot of people have had rough upbringings. And the one scene where I saw Sentry, and he was just like, well, it was kind of alluded to earlier on when the Sentry was like captured by Val, and then like they were in the room together, and then also she's trying to like manipulate him, and then she mentioned his father's name, and then everything starts shaking because he's obviously, the Sentry's like hella strong. he literally just bodied the whole Thunderbolts. Like, okay, that's another thing, but he's hella strong. But yeah, like we know that just from that they were like kind of foreshadowing like his father part, what his father has done to him in the past, and then we see it in the memory, and it's just out in the memory when he's in the void. Because the whole point was like the only way they could stop the void, the Sentry, was if they got to Bob, because Bob is no longer in control. Because when the Sentry and the void, whatever everyone call him, is in control, Bob is no longer there. Okay, so they have to get Bob out of there so that the void stops, and New York City doesn't get friggin', gonzo. But yeah, the scene that I'm talking about though is obviously when we see his dad just being abusive to not only him but to also his mother, particularly his mother. And then you see Bob step in there, and then his dad's like, "Oh, you want to do that?" And it's just, it was very intense. It was very, like, especially the dialogue from that scene itself. Oh my god, that one got me. That one, there was like 2-3 moments from this movie where I thought I was about to break. Very close, very close. I didn't, but it was very close. Just things that whether you can like connect to or just really, I don't know, have a deep understanding of, to be honest. And another one is when Florence Pugh just absolutely killed as well. She had a moment in this movie that I liked quite a bit, and it's when, pretty much when they fought Bob when he was a Sentry, when the void took over, and also suit was absolutely amazing. And then the whole hair change with the blonde hair, which is I'm pretty sure comic accurate. That looked absolutely great. But yeah, besides the point, after they get absolutely smoked by the Sentry, she starts questioning her self-worth. And that's the thing. All of them, like I said, all of them are rejects. All of them question their self-worth pretty much. Because one way or another, they've been kind of just shunned. Either by society or just by individuals that are like close to them. Right? And yeah, just like I said, just the way they tackle mental health in this movie, it's just fantastic. But yeah, then she has a nice little like monologue about self-worth and stuff, like how she's like, yeah, just about self-worth pretty much. I won't divulge into it more. And then we'll also see the Red Guardian there as well, her dad. And it was just, I don't know, it was very, I don't know, heart-touching. I think that's the best way to describe it. Another one you can relate to, honestly. Like, everyone's had that feeling in their life, okay? And if you haven't yet, it'll probably happen down the line, to be honest, which, I'm sorry to say, but it's just something that everyone goes through, right? Just questioning, like, your self-worth, questioning if you're, I don't know, just questioning yourself pretty much, okay? Like, even in the beginning of the movie, when Bob was first introduced, he's like, "Oh, you guys should leave me alone. Yeah, you guys should just leave me alone. It's better off if I'm just, gone." That also was another moment that hit hard. And that was in the very beginning of the movie, okay? And then also, whenever the Sentry touches anyone, he, like, pulls them into their worst memories, like, of their life, like trauma. And then they have to kind of deal with it that way. So, like, another thing is, like, a lot of, like, what's called, allegories? Bro, I'm forgetting the word. Freaking language, man. Anyways. But yeah, like, they just, like, a lot of times in this movie, they're just representing just, like, things in life that everyone, like, faces or just lessons that are learned. Like, when Walker got pulled into it, we saw how his whole, like, marriage went and stuff like that, especially, like, how he treated his kid. And he realized that, man, he mistreated them. And every time, he just always thinks about that. And he's like, damn. And then as we see him snap out of it after he faces on, right? That's another thing. Facing on, like, I guess your challenge or even your regrets. Like, you have to face them on in order to overcome, right? Like, you gotta be able to forgive yourself. That's kind of what I'm trying to get at, which they also kind of demonstrate in this movie as well, which I like. Just a lot of memes, like I said. And then, but yeah, once he snaps out of it, John Walker does. He then, like, because if you remember, he gets out. They all four of them, they get out of the thing, the little like the elevator thing, by doing that's a funny moment the way they got out of it. If you know, you know. But yeah, once he gets out of the little, like, I guess sequence, little dream thing, the void. Yes, the void. Once he gets out of it, he almost just let's just say just launch it, like, kind of like, I don't know. He almost just dives into the elevator thing. Okay, where obviously he would just you know where I'm going at with that. No, like, a lot of intense moments where I'm like, bro, I'm questioning how did this movie, like, how was this movie? I'm guessing it's PG-13, and like obviously it wasn't any higher, but still, like, bro, a lot of moments here where they were pushing it, where I could have seen it being like potentially R. Honestly, it was a lot of very intense moments. Like, this is like such a mature movie, which is what I wanted. Okay, I didn't want any dirt movies like Thor. Okay, that was insane. But yeah, like Bucky also liked in this movie. Bucky's always been solid. Okay, he put up. Okay, but yeah, I don't know. I liked everyone in this movie, and also we saw Taskmasters get absolutely cooked, which was expected because of the promotion that they were doing for the movie beforehand. We just knew that Taskmaster was cooked, and that's exactly what happened. And like I said, Red Guardian was great. Also, Wendell Pierce was in this movie, which I forgot about. But every time I see him, he just kills it. Okay, and he's having a nice little run. Thunderbolts, and he's gonna be in Superman as well. So yeah, I'm happy to see that for him. And Ghost was also great to see. What else? Who else did I forget to talk about? Obviously I said Bob was great. Yeah, Taskmaster, we saw John Walker, Bucky Barnes, yeah. And then Yelena, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, and then the first post-credit scene was the Wheaties type thing. And that was just kind of like a callback from a joke that's made on earlier on when Bucky was like saving Thunderbolts. That was, yeah, just a callback on that. Because while that was all happening in the Red Guardian, while he's driving the limo, he's like, oh, we should like, we can get since we're a team, we can get like the be on the Wheaties, whatever. And then that's what happens in the post-credit scene, the first one, just kind of like a joke following up on that. And yeah, I don't know, that was fine, honestly, that's fine. But yeah, the second post-credit scene is where it was really at. That was very intense. Honestly, and that was a long post-credit scene. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, that's like the longest one ever. Is it not? Like, it was like 4 minutes long. But yeah, so like 2 big things from that alone. So yeah, it's a perfect way to lead you into Fantastic Four and also into Doomsday. It's setting up Doomsday as well. But anyways, like I said, this movie is like a 9 out of 10. This is definitely a must-watch movie. Okay, unlike Brave New World, that I just said in my review, and that yeah, don't spend your money on that if you're only able to go to a few movies or 1 movie a year, and you're looking for a Marvel movie. Yeah, do not go to, yeah, like I said, that was not worth it. That one, definitely, no. This one, though, yes, this one's very good. If you like mature movies, and just the way, obviously, like, if you like A24 style movies, this is like the best you're gonna get in terms of it, like, in Marvel, okay? Because of the beef team. Yeah, go watch the movie, okay, I recommend it, and yeah, let me know what you think down below in the comments. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next one. Peace.